Hope you guys are having a good day today. Today we're going to be installing these TST Industry tail tidy kit and these TST turn signal delete things. They go in the in this little slot right here and just kind of clean the bike up and get rid of these bulky turn signals. And yeah, we'll get started on it. There's a bolt right here that I gotta get to. It's going to be one of these. Don't know which one though. Probably this one. Did I get it on first try? I did. Let's hope I don't drop it. That'd kind of suck. Alright. Please don't drop it. Ha! Didn't drop it. We're going to be smart about this. We'll put this on the ground. Alright. Next thing. Gotta take this off. Oh, I'm not doing that today. Put stuff on the ground so it don't fall. Alright, so I gotta clip this. These two zip ties here. I gotta remove, should be four or five bolts. Gotta remove these two, and these two. And then clip these. So, I need this. Popping these bolts out here. And this is essentially just allowing me to get to everything. I'm pretty excited about these turn signal things though. They look amazing on these bikes. As long as they don't drop none of these bolts. Alright, so we got the bolts removed. Now, this should come off. There'll be a little slot right here for it. Unless I forgot something. Let me put these down. It should pop right off. Man, I always hate taking off new plastics. Feels so sketchy. Whew. Man, I hate doing that. I know it's not going to do anything, but man, it's unnerving. I guess I could undo all this though first. Yeah. I'm gonna have to come back and get a pair of snippers and snip these before I do that. Alright, so went and got these two things cut. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them off here. Because I think I need to pull these out of their routing before I pop this top off here. I probably need to take that off. Be a little gentle with this. Maybe there is no being gentle to it. Alright, so all that's off. Oh man, this is gonna... I don't think I'm forgetting anything. It doesn't look like it. Golly, that sketches me out whenever stuff like that happens. Alright, so we got this big piece off now. We're going to set it over here with its bolts. Alright, next thing we got to do is, let's see. I need to pull these next. And that requires this, I believe. Might be the bigger one. Oh, it's this one. So you gotta pull this off, and then you end up removing that clip and losing a bolt. I think it's right there. Maybe I can grab it. I have one of those magnetic thingies. You know what? We're gonna grab that magnetic thingy. We're not doing that. Well, let's see if we can press our luck a little bit. Ha! Alright. Get the bolt. I guess we can remove this one now that we're on this side. There it is. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just try to sit down and show you. That's the bolt I'm talking about. I caught this one. Alright, I don't think we'll need to reuse these, but we'll keep them there. This clip should come off, because we won't need it no more. So that, right there. Alright, so these are the lights here. I believe this is going to be the right side one. And pretty much all you're going to do, you're going to thread these, so that hole that we just made, they're here. And you're going to put them right here. Actually, let's grab the mount that comes with that too. It should be these ones right here, these washers. After you thread that through, you got these little washers right here. They even give you zip ties so you can zip tie those pieces we cut back on it. Which is pretty nice. Alright, we got them. Get the sheath too. It should come with the screw that comes with it right behind it. There we go. Oh man, that's going to look so good. Alright, simply, you're going to take the washers right here, run it through, then you're going to run this nut on top of it. Make sure it's facing the right way. Run this through. One of these days it's going to go through. It's getting caught on the sheath here. There we go. Spinny, spinny, spinny. There we go. Alright. That might not be the right one. I thought it was. Should be. Make sure it didn't come with any other ones here. That is the mounting hardware for the plate. This is the tail light. This should be mounting the hardware for the plate or the bracket. Yeah, that should be the bracket hardware. So this should be it. Probably got to tighten it down. I'm going to leave it loose right now because I'm going to have to, when I bolt this and put the new one up, it's going to need wiggle room for the plate to sit there. So we're going to go ahead and put this other one there too. What's this? Oh, that. Don't know what that is for. Figure it out later though. Because I'm not going to button anything up until I'm sure it all works. Because I'm a regular person. I kind of just wing it. I would do some research, wing it. See if I can do it. And if I think I can do it, I do it. So I kind of like learning and doing my own thing and putting stuff together. A lot of people just go to the dealership and do it that way, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's a lot less time consuming and not as much as a headache, but I like messing with it. Man, that's gonna look amazing. I can already see it. Maybe I just put it on backwards. We'll put it on this way. See if it threads in easier this way. This looks good the other way. Alright, now we got those on. We got to unplug all this junk. See, this went something like that. I shouldn't say junk, it's a brand new bike. Somebody in BMW put a whole lot of thinking into designing this, and they got some rando calling their stuff junk. Alright, so we got that unplugged. Oh, that's our little toolkit. Put that down there. Okay, so that's unplugged. I think I need to cut that zip tie there before I undo this. So we got that cut. Now that this is all free, we got to pull the bolts out. Is it free? Yeah. This is all free. We got to pull the bolts out from underneath and pop it out. We should be good. Good to start putting some of the parts in. See, that should be the tail bolts. There's the bolts we're looking for. Right there. Hopefully that was not important. I don't think it was. But I'll take my helmet cam off here and show you the bolt I'm looking at. So these are the two bolts we're taking off next. This one and this one right here. We got this one off right there. There's a washer I think I can't get to right now. Watch it fall on my head. Alright. Oh. It came out. So yeah. That was pretty smooth. I'll put that right here, along with its two bolts. Alrighty. And now we got to wire up these. I'm going to cut real quick just to double check that I got the wires right, because there's a certain way you gotta hook them up. I'd rather only do it once. And when I figure that out and double check it, I'll come back and show you guys what I did. Alright guys, we're back. So while I was gone, I wanted to make sure these wires matched up. And so basically when you're putting this on, you want to slide these rubber things over, which I already did it on this side because I wanted to check everything to make sure it worked. You're going to plug this in, slide these over, heat shrink them. So essentially black goes black, like this. If I can get it in there, just like that. Red goes to blue, like so. Make sure it's in there all the way. And then yellow goes to gray, like so. Make sure they're all in. And after you do that, you're going to want to plug this in. This is for my tail light, which I don't have a very good spot to put at the moment. Yellow, red goes to blue. You want to put these over before you hook them all up. And as always, you want to test them. That's my brake light, or not my brake light, my tag light. We're going. Looks like they're on. Right side, left side, or right side, left side, vice versa. So your hazard's on. Everything's blinking right. Our fronts are blinking like they're supposed to. Let's check the brake. Yep, brake's on. Front brake's on. And rear brake's on. Always do that before you button anything up. And then quite simply, you want to slide these over. Just like this. And then you're going to heat shrink them. When you're heat shrinking them, you don't have to go super crazy. Just put some heat on it. Should adhere to it. Don't want to put too much so you burn the wires. See, that's good enough there. I end up burning myself. Now for your middle one, these are already shrinking both of them at the same time. Get the end of it right there. And what that's going to do is just keep water out of it and everything. Then you're going to slide this back over it. Your shield, as much as your shield as you can get. And voila, you get your lights in. We can try them out again. Yep. And that's going to be our lights. Alright, so the next part, we got this. So I did something a little bit different. So I'm sure this isn't how you're supposed to do it, but this is how I did it because I can't figure out how to make it work any other way. I took those two little clip things that we took off earlier, put on the back of that, put two screws here, and then I ran two other screws off of that into the center here, put a nut on the inside so they won't come off, and that's how I got my thing mounted. And then after that, all you gotta do for that is a little bit of Loctite. Not a lot. Man, I put way too much of this stuff on. I go through it like crazy. And you're going to want to set this in here like this. And remember where we didn't tighten those bolts up before on top? That's because that's going to allow this to move into place. Because if we tightened them, we'd have an issue of having to unbolt them, and I didn't want to do that. And then we're going to take our... I don't know if this is the right one. Right. Nope, it's not. That's okay. We'll use this one. Nope, still not right. Let's be this one. Check it before we stick it up there. Okay, that's it. And you're going to want to push that back of this plate right here in first, and then slide it up there like that, and you'll kind of hear it click in. And then you hand tighten it down. You guys probably can't even see that. That's okay though. You don't want to over torque this too, by the way, because this is going on plastic. And you kind of feel it snugging up, just let it go. It'll be fine. That's why I put Loctite on it. You don't have to go crazy with this or anything like that. And that's our tail tidy on there with our lights on there, which we gotta finish tighten those down. And then we'll put everything back together, and then that should be just about ready. I gotta go get a 12 socket or 12 wrench for this to tighten this on. Alright, so it's a 10 mil socket or a 10 mil wrench, not a 12 mil like I thought. And you just tighten these down. He said don't go crazy with over torquing it. It's a bad idea. Just enough to where you can get that washer snugly on. Your stuff's not vibrating around. Probably know when it's tight when it hits the washer stuff's been able to move, probably. It's probably a good indication. Almost. Alright. They're not wiggling any. Your washer's not moving any. Oh, a little bit more. Is it still moving? Nope. Alright, now we gotta go to the other side. Do the same thing. Walk around here. There's really not really all that much to this. A regular person can do this pretty easily. Don't gotta be a rocket scientist or do anything like that. I find a lot of I guess therapy might not be the right word, but I find a lot of enjoyment in working on my own stuff. And we're snug. Let's see if the other one feels the same. Yep. Alright, they're both tight. So, what we do now is we are going to put that bad boy back on. After I drop things. We got all these bolts here. Alrighty. So we got the 6 bolts like we talked about. I forgot to talk about this light a little bit earlier. The way I got it connected is there's this right here. I got yellow going to red, black going to black. And you flip these up right here. Like this. Put them in, and then you flip them back down. That's pretty simple. Took me a few tries to get everything working right. But just keep trying at it and make sure you got the wires right. You know, black to black, blue to red, yellow to gray. Same on both sides. And you're going to want to put this here. I'm going to move all this over here. I don't want any of it in the way or getting pinched. So that would be bad. Loosely line it up. Make sure these go under this. Make sure you're not pinching anything on either side. That goes there. And then you got this wire going here. And then you got all these clips. You gotta make sure you get it in lined right. God, that noise is terrifying. Just like that. Alright. Then all you want to do, because I'm going to put this right here until I figure out a better way to mount it. I'm going to leave that over here on this side. Then we're going to rerun these through here, make sure they don't get pinched. Kind of like how it was from the factory. Man, that is a tight spot. Like this. Oh, I guess that's all we're getting. I really don't want to set the seat there. Might end up doing this right here. So I don't want to have those wires, the part that's not supposed to bend, be at a bending point. We want to keep them straight. Yep, we'll do that. And we'll just tuck the excess under. Kind of like this. The part I'm talking about I don't want to bend is right here. Actually, we can move them back just a hair bit. That'd be a little better too. Right before this bend right there. Then we're going to put this right here. Kind of same thing with the other side. Oh, I forgot to click one because we don't want those things bending right there. We're going to do the same thing with this side. We're going to push them back just a hair bit and then route it like this. And then we can throw a zip tie through these two, which they do provide, which is pretty nice of them. We'll go ahead and do that too while we're here. So one zip tie. There's another. There we go. This will kind of hold it in place. We gotta bend the end of this. That way we can get it in there. And it pops out. Alright, now that we got our right wires all nice and clean, I'm just going to check it one more time. Because I'd hate to go down the road and have an issue. Alright, they're all working still. Nothing's pinched. Nothing like that. Alright. Let's get these bolts in here. Should be 6 of them. And then we are pretty sure it's the same head. Nope, different one. Alright, now that we got all that cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and put all this back in here. That's a terrifying noise. God, I hate it. I hate it when plastics do that. It's always on new bikes. And I'll just kind of put them in there and then I'll smoke them up here in a second. You look like go crazy with torquing these down. It is plastic. Just be aware of that. Just get them to where they're tight and they feel tight. Like that one feels pretty tight. That's pretty tight. Because if you torque them down with everything you got, you're going to break that the plastic piece it's holding into. Or just strip it out. Which would not be doing its job. Could be weight reduction, I guess, if you wanted to lose a few parts. Maybe you don't have to have these two in here. You can get it by with only 4. I don't know. That's not something I want to try out. Alright. It's my new hoodie, by the way. Super happy about that. Alright, we're going to put that behind this. Then we're going to stick this in here till we can find a better solution. Right now, I just got it plugged up because it will pull an engine light. I don't really want to see that on a new bike. This back in here somehow. We gotta pull this back out. Probably should put that in first. We'll wrap this back up. And yeah, that pretty much concludes messing around with it. We'll put the seat back on real quick. Honestly, if I had the passenger seat, I'd go ahead and bolt it in there. Gotta remove these and then it swaps in there pretty easily. I don't know how easy this seat's gonna be. I've only took it off twice. I think you just press it in there. That's alright. See, we got these 2 grommets here. It's on there. Then we gotta bolt the seat back down, which we kept the bolt in there. That's the new lithium racing battery they put in this thing. It's supposed to be ultra lightweight. How about I can get it on there? There we go. Let's see if we got the right one. We do. Last part's always the hardest. And that'll do it. That cleans the look of the bike up pretty nice. Man, I really like these a lot. These are pretty cool. Everything seems to be pretty flush too. I can't wait till I get more parts for it. I want to put some covers on here pretty soon. I guess that's what's left for protection wise. So do you guys think I should go? They have like these Graves cover, but RPM Carbon makes some covers for them too. I know I want this clear, but they make them for like the other side and everything. And I guess if you guys have watched the video so far and hopefully you learned something and enjoyed it and